Alrighty guys, I don't know if you can hear me because I have the waterproof backing case on here. I don't know why. What?
You have shit shoes yet?
These are going to be my shit shoes.
Alrighty.
I'll just wash them when I get back, not a big deal. Okay, so right now, actually I'm going to film this part with the actual camcorder. All ready to romp. We got the Dynamark here. This is where I'm going to put the ZX3, or ZX5 I should say. It's going to be a little bit of a weird angle, but it should work out. So, without further ado, let's jump on this pig and fire it up. Alrighty guys, I'm going to do a little voiceover here because, yeah, the audio is really dim. But Rex is just giving me instructions here. And okay, so let's fire up the Dynamark. So as you can tell here, the camera's kind of shaky where I put it. Let's jump over the curb. Rex and I were just talking about things, and that's at this point here I realized I left my garage door open, so we better go back and close that before some kids in the neighborhood decide to totally break into my shit and steal my shit. So I'm gonna go take care of that right now, give her a quick close. Oh, barbecue's in the way, for sakes. Alright, perfect. So we'll jump back on the old Dynamark here, and we'll hammer down. Now I was getting some real bad belt slip here, and as you'll see, Rex just kind of rips knots off there, and he's freaking gone with the wind, you know. But I'm just cruising along as fast as I can possibly go with this thing. It definitely needs some pulley work. That's a given, people. That's a given. But traffic probably just loved that, and the construction workers down there probably thought it was hilarious. Now this part here, I thought I wasn't going to be able to clear it, but frig man, that tractor just pulled right through like nothing. I didn't even have to wiggle it or anything, it just pulled right through. So now we're going up the trail here, and this is where it gets kind of crazy and stuff. It's yeah, that Kodak is not doing anything for me, just showing you guys the greens. But yeah, so we're just bombing up the trail here, bombing up the trail. It's an old, I don't know what this trail was, a road at one time or something, but it's all like eroded and broken up and stuff, so you really got to watch where you drive, especially when you're driving something with such a narrow wheelbase as these lawn tractors. So we're just cruising along, just giving her, you know. Obviously this is time-lapsed, because if I didn't time-lapse it, this video would have been 92 minutes long. So we're just, oh, it's so bumpy there, it was pretty bad. And Rex just told me to go, 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 because he wanted to be behind me to get some footage of me bouncing over things and stuff, and, you know, I was going to let him go first because his tractor just, you know, he puts her in 7th gear and rugs the throttle and he's gone, like, and I'm just taking my time climbing things and enjoying the scenery and all that, and yeah, it was a pretty good day. Like, it was actually not too bad of a day until, well, you'll see. You'll see. So here we are. I'm trying to figure out things and stuff, and because, like I said, this path is pretty eroded. Oh, and there goes Rex, just giving her. You know, that's what he does. Just rips knots past me. And if you notice here in the, that's North Bay down there. We're on the pipeline, and we're back in the trail system. So we're just giving her, you know. Cruising along. Probably shouldn't have included the footage of the ZX3 on this, but not a big deal. So here's, Rex was giving me instruction there for a minute, and this is where things, oh no, it wasn't here. Now I also found out why my belt tensioner wasn't fully engaging, and it's caused by a clip. I'll have to show you that in another video. It's on the gas pedal, and it basically lets the gas pedal on the brake. And I figured out how to use it, but right here, see, I got off the brake, and I smashed into the tree. Now what happened here was, I wrecked my freaking tie rod. So it's kind of hard to tell here, but my wheels are literally bent straight out. That one's going to the right, and the other one's going to the left. It is right dicked. Rex is coming back to see what the frig's going on, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. She is toast. GoPro really doesn't do this much justification, but yeah. Totally catwalked her into a tree because now the belt really wants to grab. And I found that the reason why was because of that stupid parking brake thing, and I'll show you that in a vlog one day. But anyway, there you go.
Fuck, I missed it.
Do you have any tools or anything? Or how
no, we're just gonna fucking bend it like a bitch.
Fuck. I'm sitting there and I'm like, boom, and she went up and I'm like, pulling the wheel over. It hit that tree and bent this way while this wheel was already that way.
It hit the wheel, which it tweaked your steering. Now your steering bar is all tweaked. And see, look underneath. See how it's all bent?
Yeah.
You got to get underneath. I'll lift it up.
I'm gonna fucking bend that back.
I'll lift it up. You get underneath and just push it up. And we have our first casualties, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first casualties.
So if you're people wondering why we stopped, well, this is the reason why. When I thought I had her in second, I had her in fourth, she catwalked up and smashed into that tree, causing this wheel to bend the wrong way and this wheel to stay turned. Basically, this wheel turned left, this wheel turned right, so I had this awesome steering. I was like a snowplow.
This one here, this one stays straight.
Yeah.
Because it's attached to your steering.
Yeah, that one stayed straight, but this one over here...
Yeah, the arm that moves it.
Because I had that one cranked completely right.
Yeah.
That one hit the tree and bent left and then stretched that dent to that thing, so... just dicked, but we got it straight enough for now, so... That tie rod in there is really small. We're gonna have to get a bigger piece of steel and put it across or something.
Just leave it, make it bigger. Well,
yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm gonna smoke my cigarette and then we're gonna head back out on the track. Alright guys, I'm upside down doing my smoke break. Let's jump back on the Dyna. Alrighty, well we're gonna we straightened it out with a piece of a tree, and you're probably noticing now it's strictly the GoPro footage. That's because the ZX5 turned itself off. I didn't give her enough time to charge, so it was dead. But the tie rod wasn't quite right, and it kept dicking itself over. So right now that tie rod, it's been bent once, and it's about to get bent twice. Any second now. Yeah, shit. Oh, no. Oh yeah, we turned around. We came to a dead end. And we're going to go back and try another area, but I just totally fucked over my front end again. So... yeah, you look at that. See? That one is aimed that way, and the other one's aimed the other way. That tie rod was completely kiboshed. Like, it's royally cocked. Can you see the tires? They're like... I'm snow plowing. Yeah. For sure, bud. Big time's fucked.
It's done.
Yeah. Totally done. At this point, I was about ready to say, fuck it, leave it there. I was right pissed.
As I was coming down here, the front tire caught some dirt.
Yeah,
alrighty,
so...
people, not sure if you can hear me, but the steering on this friggin' Dynamark is shot, so we gotta head her back. So let's go.
And there you go, people. We gotta head her back. Just making sure I was recording. Gotta love that, eh? GoPros. But Rex now knows that his Dynamark has the same flaw. So he's gonna have to modify the steering on his to compensate for the fact that they used a hollow tube, and that's what it is. I'm literally in first gear right now, people. But he's going to have to modify his to give it way better steering, like stronger steering. Because I was chatting with a couple people there, and they were like, oh, chances are they used the hollow tube for your tie rod. But if that was the case, it would have bent and creased, and it didn't crease, so I think it's just it's way too small. Even the tie rod on Rex's Mastercraft is a lot thicker than the piece of shit they stuffed on this thing. But the problem was every time she grabbed the mud or hit a rock, she'd bend out. And right there, she's gone again. Look at that. Done. So, Rex comes over, and does he have it with him? No, he doesn't. I ended up at this point here, grabbing a tree that was on the side ripping it out from the roots, and you can ask Rex for proof of that.
Kill it?
And we're putting it underneath and prying up on the tie rod to get her to go. So we just used that tree there. I think Rex is actually driving with it right now. I think he's jousting. I can't remember if this is the part where he's jousting with it. But we're going to have to get some work done on that tie rod, get a beefier tie rod put into place. Well, I had problems getting it into gear. If you watched Rex4x4's video when he got his Dynamark and you noticed him kind of walking over the end of the ramps, this is a flaw with the Dynamarks. They don't really have any way to lock it into gear until it clicks. So sometimes you got to put it in gear and it won't go into gear. And the only way to actually figure that out is to let off the clutch and see if she'll roll. So that's why he kind of hobbled it over the... He thought he had it in neutral, but it was still in first gear. So right now I'm driving ever so carefully to avoid every single rock on the ground. But too late. I think I just fucked the steering. Oh, there goes Rex jousting. And my steering's fucked again. But you saw Rex totally friggin' lawnmower jousting there. That was pretty funny. That was a pretty good time. Trying to get Rex's attention to let him know that I cocked over my shit. I even flashed my headlights at him and nothing. So I said, frig it, we'll just plow along and do more damage to that tie rod because I just want to get home. Because I know at home I can probably fix this. I have a couple ideas already. And that's basically right there, that bar. We're putting it underneath the tie rod and we're just applying pressure to it and getting her done. Now, I think at this point here we said screw it. I think it was this point here. What we did was we kicked the romper up on its end, and yeah, we kicked her up on its end, and then we pressed on it really hard. Well, I held it up, Rex pushed on it, and we straightened the bar right out. But I'm just taking her really slow right now to see if she'll hold. I can't remember if this is where we did it, or if we just used the stick or something. Personally, I wanted to beat it with a rock, pound it back in, but that probably would have snapped her in half. So, thank God Rex told me not to beat her with a rock. But, we're going to have to remove that tie rod, and then get that tie rod straightened, and then reinforced somehow. Either by welding more metal to it, to give it like a brace, or, nope, this is dicked again. It took nothing to bend that tie rod. So, we'll kill her, shut her down one more time.
This is going to take forever.
Oh, it did. It definitely did. Until we did this part. So, basically right now, what happened was, this is where we tipped her up and we cleaned it up. So now we got her in high speed. We're going to head her home and call her a day because obviously this thing needs some work. Rex has been strategically placing his GoPro, so he's going to have a pretty good video going up of this romp, that's for sure. So definitely go check out Rex4x4's channel on YouTube, and he's going to have the romp up, and his video is probably, I don't know how he did it, but I don't know, his video will be interesting to watch. I'm just giving you all guys all the footage of us going up and coming back down. And this was scarier than frig. Right here. You see how there's a nice cliff? Well, I came the wrong way. And when I came down right here, if you watch, you see how the camera tilted? Well, I literally had to drop my foot and push the mower back up. Yeah, because I almost lost her. I literally almost lost my mower there. It almost rolled over, and I kicked my foot out and pushed myself back up. And you know, that's one of the bonuses to mower romping versus quadding, because, and here comes Rex, he just friggin' scoots by, like nothing. But yeah, that's one of the problems with mower romping versus romping like a quad, is if a quad's gonna roll over, your best bet is just to jump off and get away before you eat the quad. With a romping mower, you can just put your foot down and push the thing back up. Like, they're not heavy or anything, so And you'd think because I'm on smooth asphalt right now that this is better. Well, not really. I was hitting a bunch of rocks, and as you notice, the tires are still straight. We're doing good. Because the last fix... lack of suspension.
I know, when my seat goes up, the engine turns off. I gotta disable that.
Gotta disable the kill switch.
And this thing here is so loose, I have to keep going like that.
And my throttle keeps dropping on its own, which I gotta fix as well. Or at least look into to see how to fix that. But, you know, all in all, it was still a pretty fun day, you know. But until I get that tie rod fixed, I kind of don't want to go back up there yet. So we'll get the tie rod fixed, and Rex is going to do some work on his. And here Rex is stuck. His tires were... my tires are better than his, obviously. Because he was waving to the construction guys. Construction guys are driving by and laughing at us. But I didn't think I was going to be able to climb this. And sure as shit, like a boss. Alright, people. Well, we're going to head her back home, wave for that construction guy. And just going to rip Snotter back home and park her and shut her down for the day. Because we had a good romp despite the malfunctions. I will be going out again, not sure when. But definitely after I get that tie rod fixed. So anybody has any suggestions on how to fix that tie rod, leave some comments in the comments section. And hopefully you enjoyed the romp. And yeah, people, there you go.